The opinions expressed on the program you are watching are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of the station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.
Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the Jodi Faith Show. It's a privilege to be with you and to introduce you to a couple fine ladies. These are the queens of a couple local Red Hat chapters. We have Betty Ann Tallon with the Wood River Rockers. And you come out of the Wood River area, out of La Flèche, Saskatchewan.
That's
Anything
right.
you want to tell us about Wood River?
It's just the place to be.
There you go. And this is Yvette Gardner, my wonderful new friend. She's the queen of the Moose Jaw group. What is your name, actually?
The High Steppers.
The High Steppers. I think I kind of got to know Yvette for the first time when we were at a big conference right here in Moose Jaw. I actually had the best picture taken. I was still a pink hatter. You have to understand, you don't get to be a red hatter until you're 50. Last year, I was at Blenheim Palace in England, where Winston Churchill was born, and I got to be a Red Hatter for the first time. It was really exciting. So how about you all? How did you become Red Hatters? Yvette?
Well, it started when I turned 50. I got this birthday card it was a Red Hat birthday card, and it was 50. And when I seen that card, I was just so excited. I'm like, I'm going to be a Red Hatter.
Had you heard about the Red Hatters before?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit. But when I got that birthday card, boy, I was going to be one.
And so what does it mean for you to be one?
Well, it's just fun and lots of laughter, and we get together with ladies, and we go out for lunch or barbecues or backyard barbecues, or we take trips to Elbow.
Elbow. I heard about your trip to Elbow. It sounded fabulous. In fact, I said to the folks here at the TV show, I'd really want to go do a staycation in Elbow. Like, why would people want to go to Elbow? You discovered some fun stuff with the girls.
Yeah, there was some fun stuff.
Neat, neat. And Betty Ann, how did you become a Red Hatter?
Jodi, you know that story way too well. We had gone to Edmonton to the gift show because I was starting a new store and you were helping me with that, and we saw all this Red Hat stuff and you just didn't get it. And so
I actually thought it was a cult. I did. I was like, Betty Ann, I don't know if we should do that. I don't know what that's all about. I think it's not good.
And so by the end of the 3 days, you found out it was good.
and I think we were kind of inspired by the fun of it all and just the laughter. You know, it seems to me in our world today, there's maybe not a whole lot of laughter. There's maybe not a whole lot of joy. I think we meet women every day. Would you agree that you're meeting women every day that are lonely and all that kind of stuff? Yeah. So how being part of this crazy, amazing Red Hat circle of friends, like how does it change, you know, that loneliness or that, sort of that isolation that women feel?
Well, some ladies can't drive, so if we go on outings, they'll ride with me.
Nice.
That enables them to get out and have some laughter and fun too. Yeah. And they like that.
A lot of people, women when they're widowed, have lived all their lives doing couple things.
With their spouse, you mean?
With their spouse,
okay, yeah. That's
and so the Red Hat Society gives those women a chance to be out and about and not be alone.
That's good.
They're a nice group.
Yeah, and a safe place to be, you know, to go out. Because I know we've gone out to different restaurants and those kinds of things. Now, one of the things that I wanted to do is kind of explain how the Red Hat organization started. So the Red Hat Society has a promise that the ladies make to one another. And I was thinking it would be kind of cool to just go through that. Why don't we take turns kind of reading a sentence at a time? Here, Betty Ann, go ahead.
The Red Hat Society will open doors to a better tomorrow for women of all ages, adding fun, friendship, freedom, and fulfillment to their lives.
Each member can expect to be welcomed into our sisterhood and be treated with dignity and respect. Together, we will extend the hand of friendship to women across the globe.
Well, one of the most amazing things that I've discovered about Red Hatters is that a lot of us start decorating pieces of our home. We start getting these hats and they should hang on the wall, or we start doing all sorts of crazy things. And we're going to take a very intentional look at Yvette and her home today. You are married, right?
Yes, I am married.
And so what's your husband's name?
Clay.
Clay. Now, what does Clay think of living in this crazy, amazing, wonderful red hat environment that you've created in your home?
Well, basically, it's kind of just the kitchen and pantry, so he doesn't say too much because it's mainly me in the kitchen.
And as long as the food keeps coming, it's all okay.
That's right.
All right, so what inspired you to start decorating your kitchen in these colors?
It just started one piece at a time. Somebody'd give me something, and then I'd put a shelf up, and then I thought, well, I'm going to paint my walls red and purple, and it took me a year to ponder that over, and then finally I did paint them, and my sister from Tegaski helped me paint them.
Tegaski? I've never heard of Tegaski. Tegaski?
Yeah.
Is that a place in Canada?
Yeah, it's just north of Moose Jaw.
Get out!
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to try and go to Tegaski. How bizarre. I'm sorry, Tegaski people that I've never heard of you. Invite me to come visit you. All right, so your sister from Tegaski offered to come and help you.
Me paint. So we got the walls painted red and purple. It took like 6 coats of red and 7 coats of purple to get it that exact color.
Well, because it is a deep, vibrant shade, right?
Yes.
That's one thing. You don't get to do purple and red until you're 50. Yeah. That's why the 50th birthday is so important. These women are just immersed in embracing their womanhood and their, the aging allows you suddenly to wear these vibrant purple and red colors. So as we look around the room, what are we going to see here?
Well, I've got all kinds of ornaments and dolls and teddy bears, and they're all red hats, and picture frames on the walls, and some are cross stitch, and just find them all over.
So as you go shopping to places like Elbow or Tegaski or these places, do you look for little red hat souvenirs and things?
I do, and garage sales or flea markets, I found a few things.
Little treasures.
Little treasures,
Very nice.
Yeah.
What else are we going to see? I just feel as though we're probably going to want to highlight some of the other things.
Well, on my tablecloth and placemats, they're all red hat, and my sister again from Tegaski, she made it all for me, and the curtain in the kitchen's red hat, and she made all that. And
cool.
And then my husband bought me a curio for the pantry, so I got all my red hat dolls in there. So
Clay is embracing your red hat-isms also.
Yes, he is.
Well, the Red Hat Society mission statement says, we are a global society of women approaching 50 or beyond that connects and supports women in their pursuit of fun, friendship, freedom, and fulfillment. Fun to celebrate life at every age. Friendship to solidify and expand the bonds of sisterhood. Freedom to discover and explore new interests. Fulfillment to fully realize our personal potential by maintaining a thriving social community and offering a variety of service and group experiences. The Red Hat Society encourages its members to get the most out of life. It's been really exciting to have you girls with us today. I'm excited to hear about what kinds of things are going on in your own chapters. Maybe we could start a little Red Hat notice board or something at the Jodi Faith Show where we actually let people know what's happening and invite them to come. Because you're allowed to come even if you haven't purchased your membership, right? Mm-hmm. What kinds of things are you doing in Wood River in the upcoming season?
Well, I suspect we'll be having a Halloween get-together of some sort, because we do that sometimes. And it's interesting to see how people dress in costume but still work the red hat colors into the whole process. Yep,
yeah,
that's pretty good.
And I know you have little chocolate parties with Velada and those kinds of things. That's really, really cool. Betty Ann actually has offered to be one of my sponsors for my show. We could actually be having chocolate right now. That's what we should have done, because that would be appropriate. Red Hatters always eat dessert first, because you just might not survive until the second course, right?
That's right.
Don't want to ever miss out on a moment. Anything else that your group is doing, these high steppers in Moose Jaw, that we could invite folks to enjoy?
Well, we're going to have a potluck supper at my house sometimes in October.
Okay.
Usually a Thursday night for supper we do that.
Okay.
We were supposed to have it last week, but didn't.
Okay, cool. Sue Ellen Cooper wrote a response to the old poem that was written. Said, "When I'm an old woman, I shall wear a red hat and a purple dress that does not suit." Well, here's what Sue Ellen says. She wouldn't be so meek and mild, she threatened to get bolder. She'd put a red hat on her head and purple on her shoulder. She'd make her life a warmer place, her golden years much golder. We read that poem, all of us, and grasp what she is saying. We do not need to sit and knit, although we are all graying. We think about what we can do, our plans we have been laying. Instead of working all the time, we'll be out somewhere playing. We take those colors to our heart, and then we all go shopping for purple clothes and hats of red and giant brims of flopping. We've stopped our slaving all the time, our staying home just mopping. We order pies and chocolate fudge and rich desserts with topping. We crown ourselves as duchesses and countesses and queens. We prove that playing dress-up isn't just for Halloween. We drape ourselves in jewels, feather boas, and sateen. We see ourselves on television and in magazines. We laugh, we cry, we hug a lot. We keep each other strong. When one of us goes out for fun, the rest all go along. We gad about, we lunch and munch in one big happy throng. We've found the place where we fit in, the place we all belong. Thank you for joining us on the Jodi Faith Show. If you're part of a group, we'd love to share your story. Just give us a shout at jodifaithshow.com.
The opinions expressed on the program you have just watched are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of this station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.